Hey, Shadow Tales family, let me tell you about the night I realized some mysteries should stay unsolved. This story is one I'll never forget, and honestly, I'm still trying to make sense of it. So, this happened about 2 years ago. I was renting this tiny old apartment in a quiet neighborhood. You know the kind of place where the walls are paper thin and you can hear your neighbor sneeze at 3 a.m. But hey, it was cheap, and I didn't need much. One night, I was sitting on my couch binging true crime documentaries because apparently I have no regard for my own peace of mind. It was late, probably past midnight, when I heard this faint scratching sound. At first, I thought it was my neighbor's cat, but the noise wasn't coming from the wall. It was coming from the floor. Now, I should have ignored it. Normal me would have ignored it. But no, true crime binging me was like, hey, maybe it's rats or something. So I got a flashlight, pulled back the old rug in the corner, and started tapping on the floorboards. That's when I noticed one of them was loose. Okay, this is where I really should have stopped. But you know how curiosity is? It's like a tiny voice in your head daring you to keep going. So I pried the board up, expecting to find, I don't know, some old wiring or a stash of money if I got lucky. But what I found was weird. Under the floorboard, there was this small, dusty box. It was wrapped in an old cloth, the kind that looks like it belonged to someone's grandma in the 1930s. My heart was racing, and I couldn't tell if it was excitement or nerves. I unwrapped the cloth, opened the box, and inside was a journal. The leather was cracked and faded, like it had been there for decades. The pages were brittle, yellowed, and filled with this cramped, messy handwriting. The first page just said, "If you're reading this, it's too late." At this point, I was debating whether I should put it back and pretend I never saw it. But nope, I kept reading. The journal was like a diary of someone losing their mind. It talked about shadows moving where they shouldn't, whispers coming from empty rooms, and this overwhelming feeling of being watched. It got worse the further I read. The writer started describing how it didn't like being written about, how it knew when someone was reading the journal. The last entry was just one line. "I can hear it behind me." Right then, my flashlight flickered. I froze. My brain was doing that thing where it tries to rationalize everything, but my body was screaming, "Run!" Before I could process what was happening, I heard it, this low, guttural breathing. It wasn't coming from behind me, it was coming from underneath me. I slammed the journal shut, shoved it back into the box, and dropped it into the hole like it was on fire. I slammed the floorboard back into place and threw the rug over it. I don't think I've ever moved that fast in my life. The scratching stopped after that. But that night, I didn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I swore I could hear faint whispers like someone was standing just outside my bedroom door. The next morning, I packed up and left. I didn't care about losing my deposit, I just wanted out. So yeah, that's the story of why I never ignore weird noises anymore. Do I think something was really under my apartment? Honestly, I don't want to know. Anyway, what do you guys think? Was it all in my head? Or was there something else going on? Let me know in the comments. And if you've ever had a creepy experience like this, I definitely want to hear about it. Thanks for watching. And remember, sometimes it's better to leave the mysteries alone. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time on Shadow Tales.